The name of Park Jimin, one of the BTS members known for his distinctive voice and stage charisma, has again become a hot topic on various media and social platforms after rumors circulated that he was facing serious mental and physical pressure. Although the agency has not given an official statement in detail, rumors about Jimin's condition spread quickly, sparking widespread speculation among fans and entertainment industry observers. In recent weeks, a number of suspicious signs began to appear, both from changes in his behavior, his limited presence at some events, to online interactions that are much less than usual. All of which raises big questions. Does Jimin really need a long break? And to what extent this will affect the career of BTS, which is at the peak of its global popularity. Since his debut with BTS in 2013, Jimin has always been known as a dedicated figure. He is often seen working harder than others, not only in dance and vocal training, but also in maintaining his self-image in front of the public. Jimin is known to be a perfectionist, often demanding of himself to the limit of his abilities, both physically and emotionally. Not infrequently in interviews, he reveals that he always feels like giving his best to fans, even if it means sacrificing his own rest and health. It was this drive that made him one of the most highlighted performers, but now also raises concerns that the pressure that continues to accumulate over the years could have an impact on long-term health conditions in ARMY circles. As BTS fans are called, there was a lot of concern after seeing signs of change in Jimin. Some fans observed that his facial expression in the last few appearances looked more somber and tired than usual. In fact, some compared Jimin's old photos with the latest ones, showing a striking difference in the energy and cheerfulness he displayed. On social media, ARMY posted messages of support with the hashtag trending, urging the agency to give Jimin enough time off. Many fans consider that the idol's mental and physical health is much more important than the schedule of promotions or industry activities. Meanwhile, South Korean entertainment industry analysts also highlighted this phenomenon. One expert said that cases like Jimin are not uncommon in the K-pop world. The pressure to stay on top, intense competition, public expectations, and grueling schedules often leave many artists with burnout. We must remember that they are ordinary people, not machines. Jimin has been working non-stop for many years, from world concerts, recordings, promotions, to individual activities. If it is true that he needs a long break, it is a natural step and should be supported, said a pop culture observer in Seoul. This comment further strengthened the public opinion that the most appropriate step for now is to let Jimin rest. Even so, these rumors also sparked debate. Some people are skeptical of the news, considering that the news about heavy pressure is only speculation that is magnified by fans. However, it is undeniable that BTS's health history shows that some of the previous members have also experienced similar conditions. Jungkook, for example, experienced severe fatigue until he fell on stage, while Suga also had shoulder surgery that made him take a break from a number of activities. Therefore, many people considered that Jimin's situation could be true. Given the harsh work rhythm of a global idol, mental health issues are nothing new to Jimin. In several old interviews, he once mentioned the pressure he experienced because of his lack of self-confidence. He once admitted that he often feels anxious about whether he is good enough in the eyes of fans, and that feeling sometimes haunts him even though he has performed at his best on stage. His openness at that time had touched the hearts of the ARMY, which further strengthened their emotional bond with him. But now, when this new rumor emerged, many fans remembered Jimin's old words again, as if it were a sign that what he was experiencing now was an accumulation of feelings and pressure that he had long hidden. On the other hand, HYB, as the agency that oversees BTS, is still silent. There is no official statement that confirms or refutes this issue. For fans, the silence adds to the anxiety. In online forums, there were many comments urging HYBE to be more transparent about their artist's condition. The fans argue that openness is key, so rumors do not grow wild. They want to make sure that Jimin gets the best treatment, both from the medical and psychological side. However, the agency seems to be choosing a cautious approach, perhaps to preserve Jimin's privacy or wait for the right time to clarify. The impact of this issue was also felt in discussions about the future of BTS. Currently, the group is undergoing a conscription phase that makes their activities reduced. Some members are back active, others are still fulfilling state obligations. Jimin's presence in BTS's full lineup is obviously highly anticipated, but news about his condition raises doubts. Will BTS's big comeback after the draft still go according to plan? Or do they have to adjust the schedule to give Jimin more time to recover? Questions like this began to appear in the media and the fan community, indicating how much influence a Jimin for the survival of the group. Although this news was surprising, many people considered that a long break could actually be a positive thing for Jimin. The Korean entertainment industry has recently become more open to mental health issues, with more and more idols taking time off to recuperate. Examples of other idol cases that take long breaks prove that a career does not always have to stop when someone chooses to take care of their health. If Jimin really decides to take a break, ARMY will most likely still support him wholeheartedly, as they have repeatedly shown that their love is unconditional towards the members of BTS. Not only fans, fellow BTS members are believed to also provide full support. The close relationship between the members has often been seen on various occasions, both behind the scenes and when appearing in public. They often insist that the health and happiness of each member is a top priority, even above the success of the music though. In many emotional moments, Jungkook, RM, Jin, Suga, V, and J-Hope have shown how much they care about Jimin. Therefore, if this rumor is true, it is likely that the members will be Jimin's main backers in getting through this difficult time. This day, the big question mark still hangs. Is this just an exaggerated rumor? Is there something more serious going on with Jim? The exact answer may only come after HYBE or Jimin himself gives a statement. But one thing is for sure, this issue has reminded many people that behind the glitter of the stage and the cheers of fans, there is a human side of a star who can also feel tired, fragile, and need time to breathe. Jimin, with all his dedication and love for his fans, may be facing a tough test, and the world can only hope he can find balance and true happiness again. For most fans, the news of Jimin's condition is not just a matter of a star under pressure, but also a reflection of how the Korean entertainment industry relentlessly demands perfection. They see Jimin not only as an artist, but as a human being who is prone to fatigue, doubt, and inner wounds. Discussions in the online community even began to touch on the importance of changing the system so that idols get a more decent resting place. Many argue that if Jimin really takes a long break, it could be an important momentum to change the mindset of the industry and show that the health of artists is not a thing that can be compromised for the sake of profit. ARMY himself continued to show solidarity, writing messages of love on various platforms, as if to tell Jimin that they would still wait, no matter how long it took him to return. In this situation full of uncertainty, one thing that is increasingly clear is that the emotional support of fans will always be the greatest force for Jimin to get back on his feet.